Today's video is going to be very difficult for a few people because you people think that you want to have this conversation, but you don't. So there are a couple of things I saw in my last video that I'm here to address. Number one, Trump doesn't care about us Nigerians. He doesn't care about Christians. I found this comment to be amazingly stupid for one reason alone. At least 80% of the people that were telling me this are the same people for the last 2 years have been shouting, "Free Palestine! They're killing people in Palestine. If you don't care about the children in Palestine, you're evil." The video I did about Charlie Kirk, I had Nigerians come and tell me he's an evil person because he did not care about the children of Palestine. In those 2 years, did any of us come to your comments, your video or anything and tell you that the people of Palestine don't give a shit about you? When we know for a fact white Arabs don't give a shit about black Arabs, about Africans, and about anybody. Go and ask any of your Nigerians that have stayed in their countries, whether the big Arab countries or the small ones. Let them give you experience of the racism and other things they've seen. What does the term Al-Abid means that they used to call black people?
Hey Google, tell me about the neighborhood known as Al-Abid in Gaza.
The term Al-Abid in Arabic literally translates to the slaves. It's a historical term that has been used to describe people of African descent in certain parts of the Arab world.
You're a black man from Sudan. When I ask you about your conflict, you tell me don't pay attention. And you want to talk about Gaza. There is a neighborhood in Gaza, they call it Al-Abid. They call it slave neighborhood because the black guy lives there.
This is not right. This is a long time ago.
Is that name still used to refer to the neighborhood of the black Gazans?
Yes, the Al-Abid neighborhood in Gaza still exists in 2025.
They're calling you a slave because you're black and you're saying no, free Palestine. Brother,
you are the last people on earth to come and tell us who we should support and who likes us. We didn't come to tell you people anything because we know support is free. The side that you supported does not give a shit about you. The side that we supported actually talked about our problem, put it on a world scale, and actually wants to do something about it. Why are you vexing? Is it our fault the people you care about don't care about you? Stop projecting. Your side doesn't give a shit about you. This emotional blackmail you want to do is not going to work because twice Trump has talked about the killing of Christians in Nigeria during Buhari's time and now. So at this point it's like 2-0. So just pipe down. Now in my last video there was something I wanted to put in it, but I didn't put in it because I did not believe that Nigerians were still saying this lie. People are coming out to come and say, Trump said that Africa is a shithole. How can somebody like that like Nigeria or care about Nigeria? There is no evidence of Trump saying that. There's no eyewitness, there's no video, there's no audio, there's no writing. All that you people have is just believe me, bro. I have asked each and every one of you people, bring me the evidence of Trump saying it. The highest you people are bringing is bringing me a video of somebody claiming he said so. You cannot cite a single person that will say I was there and I heard him say it. In fact, people that were there said he didn't say it. People that were not there said he said it. In what world does that logic make sense? If Trump is going to say Africa is a shithole, he will say it to your front. You know they fear you now. Did you not just go to NATO and blast all of them? You now strong past NATO. Did you not see how you call Nigeria a disgraced country? Is he fearing Nigeria? But you want to play that game, no problem. Is it not Putin that said Africa is nothing more than a graveyard? Did you people lose your mind? Is there any outrage? Do you people still quote it? In fact, let's look at the full quote. Africa is a cemetery for Africans. When an African becomes rich, his bank account is in Switzerland. He travels to France for medical treatment. He invests in Dubai. He buys from China. He prays in Rome or Mecca. His children study in Europe or Canada. He travels to the USA, Canada, or Europe for tourism. But when he dies, he's going to be buried in Africa. Africa is nothing more than a cemetery for Africans. How can a cemetery be developed? Do you know what Nigerians did after this? There is no credible evidence to prove, to show that Putin ever said something like this. Fact checkers like PM News Nigeria rushed to that. But did any of them saw credible evidence that Trump said that Africa is a shithole? No, but they all ran with it. The other stupid thing I saw, Trump put a travel ban on Nigeria. No, he didn't put a travel ban on Nigeria. It was a visa restriction. And guess why he did that? Security and information sharing. Nigerian government refused to meet the US security standards in areas like passport security, criminal data sharing, and terrorist-related people. For those who don't get what I'm trying to say here is, America told your government you need to do enough background checks on the people trying to come to America if they have criminal records or doing shady things. And your government said no. The restriction did not affect people coming for tourism, coming for business, and coming for school. It only affected immigration visa. You have your government to blame for that. But if your argument is that Trump should overlook that and risk his citizens for another country's citizens, then you are high. Many of you people were coming to come and say that how can he call Nigeria a disgraced country? Baba, Chad that we don't used to rate, Chad that we don't used to look at anything. Immediately Trump made his tweet. They have gone to go and close their border. Why? Because they don't want terrorists from Nigeria fleeing if anything starts to enter their country. Think about this for a second. Chad, where we know they ever look at, put its own citizens first and did what it could to protect them. Your own country have not done anything, have not closed border, have still not protected the lives and property of people in Benue and Plateau, and somehow you people are still talking. In fact, Trump was being nice when he just only called us disgraced country. Nigeria, you are a disgrace if Chad is doing more to protect its citizens than the giant of Africa. Now, USAID. Now you not think say you can come and give me lecture on USAID. Am I not one of the first people to break it on this app? Many of you Nigerians have shown that we don't only have to show you information, we have to help you process it. Because from what I'm seeing, many of you will think that USAID was just sending money directly to Boko Haram account. This guy, USAID, where we sending the money to? Oh, this account. Which account is Boko Haram account? Oh, for killing people. Yeah, just send it. That's what the people think was happening. USAID send money to governments, to organizations, and to NGOs. For some reason, many Nigerians used to have goldfish memory. Since I know people have forgotten, from 2018 all down to 2024, NGOs were just popping up anyhow. Now, because of many of you people's greed and you want to steal money, you went to go and open different NGOs. And Boko Haram sympathizers and just Boko Haram too went to go and open NGOs. Boko Haram will say, oh, this NGO is to fight child marriages, where actually it's just to buy ammunition. Now, USAID did not investigate these NGOs, and so did your government, which government too was supposed to investigate all these NGOs. Let me put it in another way. I think Very Dark Man opened a NGO, right? Did all of you people not pack money and send to him? Did you guys confirm if his NGO was going to actually do something for the people or actually create one of the new terrorist organizations we're having in Nigeria? Nobody did that investigation, but you send money. That's exactly what happened with the USAID. Am I talking defense of USAID? Hell no. But I'm not going to pretend like Nigerians' greed did not help cause this problem too. One banker Otondo was just arguing in my comment section, why didn't Trump stop it? USAID was created by Congress. Trump cannot dismantle it or end it without Congress approval. And we know for a fact, Democrats will not vote on that. For those still asking why hasn't he ended, you can still blame your Democrats for that. Now, many of you people named countries that America intervention enter and those countries went to hell or blah blah blah, whatever you say. And you people just say it anyhow because you people really don't care about facts. You just want to see whatever you want to say. So today we're really going to look at these issues. Let's start with Libya that you people like calling. America's military did not land in Libya or enter Libya. In fact, America did not start what happened in Libya. Libya was already in a civil war when that happened. Do you know why I'm happy about all of these things? This is something I lived through. It's not something they're telling me about. I'm seeing many of you come and write that Libya just had a bad government. Bad government? Gaddafi was an evil dictator. If you're going to talk about the economy of the country was good. Nobody's going to argue that. But if you're going to argue that he was not an evil person, you are high. What started the problem? For those that can remember, during that time, a lot of Muslim nations were tired of their dictators and their leaders and wanted change. Libya became one of it. And they were doing peaceful protests all over Libya. What happened? Gaddafi decided to do what Nigerian government did in Lagos, Lekki. But the difference between Nigeria and Libya is that Nigerians went to go and lick their wounds and started crying and calling for international help, America and the rest. Libya said, hell to the no. Whatever go happen, go happen. If I remember, when one person drove a truck, went straight into one of their barracks and suicide bombed it. The soldiers ran, and that's how a lot of the civilians were able to get weapons and start fighting. Then what did Obama do? Obama knocked out Gaddafi's air force and tanks because he was about to use tanks and air force on his people. For everybody running their mouth and saying America, Libya, who killed Gaddafi? Who dragged his body out? Who videoed all the killing and everything? Was it America? American intervention or not, that country was already in a civil war. And your argument is that Gaddafi should be able to use his tanks and aircraft on his civilians. That's a very good argument. Now, Iraq, nobody's going to argue America liked there. There was no weapons of mass destruction. But guess what? Not only America invaded, France, British, NATO too joined in. But for somehow, you people don't remember that. Now, lastly, Afghanistan. Afghanistan already had Taliban problem from like 96 to 2001. Even if you don't want to go and do research, there's that film, is it 13 strong or 12 strong? I can't remember the name. That you can literally see things and have sense for yourself to some point. There was significant growth and development in Afghanistan when America was there for like 20 years. And then I see some of you Bankai Otundos coming out to come and say America ruined Afghanistan. Really? By what? Giving rights to the women? Women were allowed to go to school. Before America came in, women were not allowed to go to school. Development and economic practice. Women were allowed to work in the government, healthcare, media, run business, political and legal rights, equal rights for women in the Middle East. Women could vote and run for office. Women held seats in parliament and were ministers. Women had freedom to move. Women could be judges, lawyers, and civil servants. You seriously think that the men in Afghanistan liked it that women had these rights? They could not beat their wife for no reason. They couldn't be cruel to their women. They couldn't marry 14-year-old women if they wanted. You honestly think people that have lived hundreds of years like and love this oppression they have been doing, when the America comes and says all over, are going to like it? You really want to know why a country like Afghanistan failed after America left? It's because he had terrorist sympathizers like you guys in my comment section. Yes, at least more than 50% of the so-called civilians were okay with the terrorists and wanted the terrorists to give them back their power. The men of Afghanistan did not rate their women. You want me to give you proof? Did all of us not see the last American planes that were leaving the barracks in Afghanistan? Was it not their men that were running and holding on to the plane? Did you see their men running with their wives and children? But they say, America, at least take my wives and children. You think those men don't have wives? You think they don't have daughters? You think they don't have sisters? Where were they? They were all trying to get out and abandon their women. The ones that wanted the Taliban to give them back their power, immediately America left. They opened up their doors. Did you see any combat? Did you see any fight? And yes, I call many of you Nigerians terrorist sympathizers because in less than a couple of weeks, you have become the spokesman for not just one, but two terrorist groups. You were the spokesman for Hamas, and now you have become the spokesman for Boko Haram. In fact, you're a terrorist. You're just waiting for your call-up letter so you go and join camp. There are countries that America went in, and they did not fall apart when America left. Countries like France, Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, Germany, Guam, Filipino. You can somehow add Singapore, even though they didn't touch down there, but you can very much add South Korea. So all of you people coming out to come and tell us that, oh, you have evidence that America have entered places and left it destroyed. It's not real evidence, it's selective evidence, because there's more evidence of America going to places and not turn it into a hellhole when they left. And the reason why it didn't turn to a hellhole when they left is because those countries do not have terrorist sympathizers. Example, Japan. One of the things Japanese people were angry about America when they took over was when they gave rights to women. But what could they do? They lost the war. Many of the high-ups said, don't worry, when America go, we'll change it back. By the time America left, those same high-ups that said that, they said it was already too late. You know, people have enjoyed and tested these freedoms that they will never let it go. So if you like, you can continue being a terrorist sympathizer. What have I told you people? It will knock all of us in Nigeria. With the way many of you terrorist sympathizers are talking, if America enters and leaves, definitely Nigeria is going to fall because of you guys. As it happened in those countries because of their terrorist sympathizers and terrorists, it will happen in Nigeria again because of you people. Nigerian minerals Avengers making a come. The minerals that you are trying to protect, your senators have revealed that $303 billion crude oil theft. And guess what? They are refusing to mention the names of the people that stole it. Nigerian minerals protectors. So are you people going to protest? Are you going to say anything? Are you going to do anything? Oh, you people are just going to shut up like you usually do. Is this not a disgraceful country? Is this not a shithole? Your politicians have finished stealing your resources and you cannot even say a single thing to them. If you have ever typed anything about America stealing your resources and you are seeing this news right now and you are not on the streets protesting, you are nothing more than just a trained SEAL hypocrite. And that's the bottom line because the monograph said so.